What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, happy Friday. We have made it to the end of the week, and we got some stuff to talk about. We got a lot of games that are happening later today. We have the Caitlin Clark of it all to talk about. We have the Asia Wilson of it all to talk about, and how, once again, the MVP conversation should be over. But it's not. Guys, that and a whole lot more on today's episode of Quita in the Morning.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready, set, go.
All right, let's get into it, okay? So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Now that's the question. LL Cool Nay has asked the most important question of the day. Where is W Bazil? W Bazil is usually the first person in every single stream. Hopefully W Bazil is doing okay. Cause I get used to this, like, you know, we got the same kind of crew every day, it feels like, right? And you know, it's one of those things where, like, I get used to seeing the same names, and then I'm not seeing W Bazil today, so I'm like, where's W Bazil? That is the most pressing question of the day, guys. Most pressing question. I gotta know. Hopefully, W Bazil can make it before the stream is over. All right. All right. Let's get into it. And I first want to just start off with the headline story for today. And that is about Caitlin Clark. So let's get to it. Wait. Nope. No. Wrong graphic. Okay. Here we go. All right. Here's the news. The official news that we basically all knew, but no one was saying it. I feel like, to a certain extent, you know, people were being gaslit, you know, in terms of, like, oh yeah, don't believe your eyes. Like, yeah, she's coming back. She'll be back, you know, but no, she's not back. Caitlin Clark, it became official yesterday that Caitlin Clark is out for the remainder of the season. Something that kind of thought, but you know. Anyway, let's hear directly from Caitlin. She said, quote, "I had hoped to share a better update, but I will not be returning to play this season. I spent hours in the gym every day with the singular goal of getting back out there. Disappointed isn't a big enough word to describe how I am feeling. I want to thank everyone who had my back through all the uncertainty. This has been incredibly frustrating, but even in the bad, there is good. The way the fans continue to show up for me and the Fever brought me so much joy and important perspective. I am so proud of how this team has only gotten stronger through adversity this year. Now it's time to close out the season and claim a spot in the playoffs." So that is officially the message that Caitlin has shared with everybody. And it's not totally a surprise. It really is not really a surprise. It's official. Caitlin's out for the remainder of the season. You know, the Indiana Fever have finally confirmed, and Caitlin Clark has finally confirmed what we all thought was going to happen, right? And it caps off what she has even said in her message as a very frustrating season for her, right? Caitlin went down back in July in a game against the Connecticut Sun in the final minute of the game. She had a pass, I think it was to Kelsey Mitchell, and then she grabs her like thigh, and you're like, oh, kind of what's that, you know? And that sort of led us down to a series of not so great stuff, right? She was diagnosed with a right groin sprain. While rehabbing it, she ended up getting a bone bruise on her ankle. And, then she ended up injuring her, and then her left groin was already injured, and so, yeah. Anyway, several separate injuries: right groin injury, left groin injury, ankle. All of that resulted in only 13 games played this season. It really has been setback after setback after setback after setback. And here's the thing that is very, very frustrating, odd, whole 9 yards, is because the WNBA is in a different position, right? The magnitude of Caitlyn's popularity means that when she doesn't play, some people may not watch, and yada, yada, yada. Now, is that the majority of people? No. We're going to talk about that in a sec. But because of the status of Caitlyn and what she means to the Fever and what she means to the WNBA as a whole, it feels like they were keeping it vague for a specific reason. Of course, she wanted to come back and whatnot, and absolutely want to rehab and get back to the court. But it felt like some of the vagueness was on purpose, right? The Fever kept everything vague. For weeks, it was, she's progressing, we'll reevaluate soon. She was doing some drills, she was traveling with the team, giving hope that maybe she might come back for a playoff push, right? The team was hopeful that she'd return, and then they just drug it out until yesterday. They finally were like, with just 3 games left in the season, they're like, okay, yep, she's done for the season, right? She's done for the season. And it's the right call, because truly, you don't want to have a non-healthy Caitlin Clark out there playing, because she might get hurt even worse. And she might even end up, getting hurt even worse, where she misses part of next year. So the team had to shut her down because, they drug it on for a long time, and I do think some of that was strategic. But ultimately, it was the right call, in my opinion, right? Time ran out. Long-term health is a priority when it comes to a, franchise player like a Caitlin Clark, right? But let's be real, this is not how the season was supposed to go. It wasn't. Caitlin Clark's rookie year was historic. Historic. It's amazing, right? Her assist numbers, the production that she gave on the court, the fact that she made the first team All WNBA as a rookie. She had a couple of MVP votes, like the whole thing. It was big, historic season, right? But this is not how the sequel was supposed to go. We did see her start off the season, doing her thing. But injuries. In just 13 games played this season, Caitlin averaged 16.5 points a game, 8.8 assists per game, and 5 rebounds a game. But even in the games she played, her shooting was not necessarily the same. She shot around 27% from the field, from the 3-point line, right? 36% overall. And this was a tough thing for her, right? But the Fever figure out ways to win, right? We ended up seeing them win the Commissioner's Cup, which was huge, and they all got a big payday from that. And now they're clinging to a playoff spot that they should get, but we'll talk about that. Talk about the numbers in just a sec. The Fever went all in the offseason for Caitlin and win now mode, right? They fired Chrissy Sides. They brought in Stephanie White. They, traded away some talent, brought in the likes of Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, DeWanna Bonner, right? You bring back Kelsey Mitchell, and this was supposed to be the year. This was supposed to be the year. The goal was not just playoffs. The goal was a championship run. Instead, we end up seeing injury after injury after injury after injury, and the season unraveled from there, right? And as a result, they have the 8th spot, and they're just barely holding on. Now, here's the thing. Injuries happen. We all know this. This is not a surprise to anyone. Injuries happen. It's a thing. Right? It's a thing. We've seen stars across the league get hurt at various times, right? Nafisa Collier just came back. Angel Reese, Brianna Stewart, right? Lots of players have been injured in the WNBA, including this year. This just happens to be Caitlin's turn to get injured. And honestly, guys, the fact that she never missed a game in college or her rookie year makes this all the more shocking a little bit. Injuries happen, but she was a player who just didn't really get injured. But there is some positives that we can see from this, right? Now, Caitlin's going to get a full, 8-month resting period as she gears up for next year and next year's training camp, right? When Caitlin comes back, guys, it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a movie. She's going to have probably a crazy, crazy third season in the WNBA. It's about to be insane, right? And it's going to be fun to see. So, there's people disappointed, right? My Twitter was filled with people saying, "See, I'm not watching anymore. I'm not watching. I'm done. I'm done. Because Caitlin's not playing. I'm not watching the WNBA anymore." And that's true. Some people won't watch. But I do think that the noise is just louder on social media. Now, yes, will we see as big of numbers as we could have seen with Caitlin? Probably not. But will we still see amazing numbers for the playoffs? Probably record-breaking numbers for the playoffs? Yes. Do I still think that this season, the ending of it and the playoffs will still be amazing? Yes. Now, yeah. She's a big draw. Some people won't watch. It is what it is. Right? It is what it is. Carmela says, anybody who says they're done was never there to begin with. I'm over talking about them. Let's move on. We know they exist. We know they aren't real fans. Can we move forward? I mean, yeah. We can. I just wanted to just mention it because I do think from a numbers perspective it's important, but at the same time, yeah, if you're a fan of one particular person in general and they're gone, then yeah, you may not watch. It is what it is, right? There's some fans who I know are they were big Cleveland Browns fans specifically because of Shedeur Sanders and because Shedeur some people feel like it's getting set up for fail. People are like, oh, I'm done with the Browns. But, they weren't really Browns fans to begin with. They were Shedeur fans. And so, yeah. And I consider myself a Shedeur fan. And yeah, I probably won't watch the Browns unless Shedeur gets in the game. So like, I get it. There's people who exist like that. But I just wanted to just acknowledge it. That's all. Okay. All right. Let's move on. W. Bazil is here. No, yeah, she was. No, she wasn't. But I do think she has a good point. And no, I don't actually think that was directed at me. But I think it's a good point that should be acknowledged, Carmela, and that's why I wanted to read your comment. Because I think you're right. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, we got some Cleveland Brown fans in the chat. I wasn't trying to like rag on the Cleveland Browns. I'm just saying that is just, I was just trying to give an example. All right. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Yesterday, during the Prime broadcast, did y'all see what happened? Did y'all see when they listed out the scoring leaders? Did you see a name that surprised you on that list? Did you see a name that you was like, wait, what? She averages that many points? Yeah, guys. Yeah. Chelsea Gray of the Las Vegas Aces averages 18.8 points a game. Did y'all know that? Were y'all aware of that fact? I was not aware of that fact personally. I was not aware of that. And it was like, okay, interesting. I don't think that's true, but okay. Guys, things happen. Accidents happen. There are times where you make a mistake at work and then everyone sees it and you're just like, oh, I feel bad for whoever works at Amazon Prime who made that graphic. They had the wrong gray. And I feel so bad for whoever that person was because that has to be very embarrassing. But at the same time, no one was double and triple checking stuff before y'all put it out there. Right? No one was checking. I just find that a little bit weird. Alicia Gray ended up posting on Twitter yesterday, says, all y'all loud and wrong, shaking my head. I thought y'all peep everything. I'm off this app. Definitely don't know what I'm messy about. My name is missing. Good night. Yeah, because she pointed out like that, hey, like, where is she? Alicia Gray this season is averaging 18.6 points a game. 18.6. Where is she? Where is she on the list? She's not there. And instead we have Chelsea Gray, who they say is averaging 18.8 points a game. How many points is Chelsea Gray averaging? 11.1. Guys. They had the wrong Gray. Right? Instead of it being Chelsea Gray, it was supposed to be Alicia Gray. But I think whoever it was, they must have just saw Gray And they were like, oh, Chelsea. But it wasn't. It was the wrong one. It was the wrong one. Yeah. And Alicia Gray has a reason to be upset about that. And I gotta say, that wasn't the only issue. That wasn't the only issue. Do y'all notice something else? Y'all notice something else on here? Paige Beckers, number 5 on the list, averaging 18.9 points a game. But there's something weird about Paige. Something weird. So, when you type in Paige Beckers' name, you probably spell it wrong. When you spell Paige Beckers' name, you probably spell it wrong. And Amazon spells Paige Beckers the way I used to spell Paige Beckers before I got autocorrected on Google so many times that it was like, oh, I gotta learn the right way to spell it. Paige Beckers is not spelled P-B-E-U-C-K-E-R-S. It is spelled B-U-E-C-K-E-R-S. B-U-E, not B-E-U. So it wasn't just that. It wasn't just the issue with Alicia Gray not even being on the list when Alicia Gray is averaging 18.6 points a game. All right, it's not even the fact that Chelsea Gray is on there when Chelsea Gray is averaging 11 points a game. Right? You also spell Paige Becker's name wrong. Like it went from bad to worse. Right? It went from bad to worse. It's not that big of a deal. Because it's just error. Like, I feel really bad for whoever that person is. I feel really bad for whoever that person is. But at the same time, Amazon Prime, you are taking over League Pass. You are taking over League Pass. You are going to be one of the main places where players or where people need to watch. Going forward, League Pass is through Amazon Prime. And so if you are now having this huge prominent placement in women's basketball, you have to fix this type of stuff. Like, y'all are going to be the source of women's basketball going forward because League Pass is through Amazon Prime, right? There's going to be more Prime games. And so that's my thoughts there. It's like, I understand the mistake. It's not that big of a deal. But get it together, Amazon, because y'all controlling everything. Okay? And when people watch, they are looking for accurate information about what's happening in the WNBA. And this is not accurate information. This is not accurate information. It's not. It's not. Right? Because not only do people not already like Amazon, because sometimes the audio sucks. Sometimes the video quality is not that great. And then you make random mistakes like this. I get it. Not the worst thing in the world. But you gotta, come on now. Come on now. Like, you gotta be better than that. You gotta be better than that. Okay. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting, so I had to talk about it. But while we're talking about what happened yesterday, can we talk about this? 13th win in a row for the Las Vegas Aces. Yesterday, the Las Vegas Aces took down the Minnesota Lynx, and the final score was 97-87. And the thing I want to talk about when it comes to this game is the fact that, guys, this game meant way more to the Aces than it did for the Lynx. The Lynx had been owning this matchup for the season. Right? They've been owning this matchup. And, guys, the Las Vegas Aces are continuing to show us that they're serious championship title contenders. While the Aces are ascending like a rocket ship, guys, the Lynx are starting to look a little suspect. They are starting to look a little suspect. And I know there was a lot of Nafisa for MVP. Nafisa for MVP, right? ESPN ended up putting out an article yesterday that talked about ESPN Bet and how Nafisa Collier is leading the charge in terms of likelihood to win the MVP for this year. And it feels like Asia Wilson was like, do y'all know my commercial? You know, the Asia Wilson's on top, can't take her spots. That includes the MVP. That includes the MVP. You can't take her spot when it comes to the MVP, because we are about to see MVP 4 for Asia Wilson. And I know so much talk about Nafisa. Nafisa is great, but when she got hurt, that kind of sealed it. That it's Asia Wilson's, because Asia Wilson, one, has been amazing all season. Number one, this is not like a recent thing that is just that recently she's gotten a whole lot better. Recently, her whole team has gotten a whole lot better. But Asia Wilson has been Asia Wilson all season long. And she is continuing to show people that, like, nah, keep my name in this conversation. Because my name should be number one, because I am the standard. She is. Asia Wilson has been the standard for years now. Has been the standard. When we talk about potential MVPs, when we talk about what players can do and blah, 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 who do we compare them to? We compare them to Asia Wilson. And Jay is not recency bias, because I previously went over Asia Wilson and what she did at the beginning of the season. Do y'all remember? Like, this is not like a recency thing. Yes, Asia had 31 points yesterday. Fantastic. Great. But you are aware that Asia Wilson's averaging 23 points a game. She's averaging 10 rebounds a game. She is one of the elite defensive players in the game, right? You all remember the fact that she actually started the season off scoring 31 points, right? It's not recency bias, right? In the month of May, Asia had 2 games where she scored more than 31 points a game. And that continued as the season went on. It's just that the Aces were not great. And recently, the Aces as a team has been way better. But Asia has been her all season. Just saying, right? Just saying. She's shooting 50% from the field. Guys, while she's doing what she's doing. Just saying. So, like, I don't think this is not a recency bias thing. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. Oh, shout out to Shamika for celebrating 8 months of channel membership. Says we have to talk about that Asia block on Nafisa. Well, Asia, get that out of here, Wilson. I mean, yeah, dog. It's Asia Wilson. Like, what else is there to say? It's Asia Wilson. She is the standard, has been, will be for the foreseeable future. And she literally shut down Nafisa Collier. She shut her down. And she dominated. So, what we talk about? Yes, the Lynx are still winning that matchup. They still are winning. Absolutely. But it's about momentum. Who has the momentum? It's the Aces. So I'm just saying, watch out. Watch out, guys. Watch out. I am just saying. So I think she wrapped it up. Truly, if she doesn't win, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be very, very surprised. Very, very surprised. Because literally, they need to do can they bring back the Asia Wilson commercials? Because that commercial is what's gonna happen again. It's Asia Wilson on top, and you can't take her spot. She won MVP. P 1, 2, and 3. They're gonna have to update that and add 1, 2, and 3, 4 or something. I don't know. They gotta figure out a way to add 4 in there. I'm just saying. I am just saying, guys. So yeah, Asia had 31. Jackie Young had 20. Dog, it was it was really good play. Really, really good play by Asia and the Aces. And Tisha Heidemann for the Minnesota Lynx did her thing. She did have 22 points in this one, which huge. Y'all, did y'all see the what was it in Vogue? Where Courtney Williams and Tisha Heidemann was on there. It's cool to see that. It's cool to see that with their bright pink hair on the cover of Vogue, or on a spread of Vogue, I guess. And that was good to see. Anyway, Nafisa struggled yesterday. She really did. Just 12 points, 6 rebounds. Not a great game. For her, and she knows that. I think this team is going to bounce back, no problem. I'm not necessarily worried about the Minnesota Lynx. I just think that the Aces got their number again, and it's going to be interesting to see if they face each other in the playoffs, because it's going to be a battle. That's going to be a battle, because I guarantee you, they play them again. Oh, Cheryl Reeve got something for the Aces. I tell you that. So that's my thoughts there. That is my thoughts there. But yeah, anyway, what else happened yesterday? Well, I guess I could talk about this. Actually, no, let me talk about this first. What else happened yesterday is that it was a very, very close game between the Dallas Wings and the Valks. I actually thought that the Dallas might actually win. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Haley Jones, guys. Haley Jones did all she could for Dallas. Haley Jones did all she could, especially in that first half. Like, she did all she could. And yes, I should acknowledge, yes, Dejanay Carrington was out. She had a, shoulder injury, I believe. She was out of yesterday's game. Right? And yes, listen to Tisha says, if you are watching and especially commenting, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. It really does help the channel out a whole lot. So thank you very much. Thank you. Guys, the Valks have made it happen. Took down the Dallas Wings and have clinched for the first time ever an expansion WNBA team has made the playoffs in their first season. Love to see it. Love to see it. And did y'all see I didn't put it in the graphic, but did y'all see the shirts? Did y'all see the shirts that they had them shirts ready? They had the playoff shirts ready for the Golden State Valkyries. It was pretty fantastic to see. Pretty fantastic to see. I'm just saying. So shout out to the Valks overall. And how do they do it? They win by committee as per usual. Monique Billings is back. She's back healthy. Got 11 points off the bench. We also saw Janelle Salon with her threes doing her thing. She ended up having 19 points. We saw VB, Veronica Burton, my choice for most improved player, with 15 points, 5 assists. And the Valks win. They get the job done. They get the dub. They get the dub, right? Carla Late comes off the bench, makes some stuff happen, ends up with 15. Overall, they win by committee as per usual. And for the Dallas Wings, to me, the thing that's the most notable about the Dallas Wings is Haley Jones. Now, does Haley Jones score the most points for Dallas yesterday? No, she does not. But I thought she stepped up more than everybody else because because here's the thing. It's all about my expectations coming into the game. Haley Jones was not even supposed to be in the league. She got cut. Haley Jones she got cut. She was trying to find a team. She ultimately ended up with the Dallas Wings, and due to injury, she found her way in the starting lineup. And yesterday she had 18 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Not the most points. We're gonna talk about Paige Beckers in a sec, but it's for me, guys. It's not just about who scored the most points. It's about what was I expecting from these players. I wasn't expecting much of anything from Haley Jones, and I feel like she has really stepped up for the Dallas Wings. Now, has that resulted into dubs? No, it has not, because this is not a good team. However, I feel like you gotta admit this has been a surprise. What we have seen from Haley Jones. Now, this is not a good team, right? The Dallas Wings is not a good team, right? So her doing well on the Dallas Wings is different than her doing well on another team. But I'm highlighting her specifically because she is one of those players who got cut, who was on the outside looking in, trying to find a team to join this year, right? She was someone who was very briefly, was not on the team, very briefly was on the Phoenix Mercury, then was gone, and really has found footing with the Dallas Wings. And so, yeah, I do think it's important to talk about that, celebrate that, talk about some of the lesser known players who are doing their thing. Now, of course, was Paige Beckers cooking during yesterday's game? Yes, she was. Yes, absolutely. Paige Beckers was cooking. Yeah, and pound for pound, the best player, of course, on the Dallas Wings is Paige Beckers, and Paige Beckers cooked yesterday. She did well yesterday. But to me, we all know the greatness of Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers is arguably a first-team All-WNBA player. If not at the very least, a second-team All-WNBA player. Paige Beckers is that good. So, yeah. Her scoring 27 points. Yeah. Is that big? Absolutely. Sure. Let's talk about it. She's fantastic. She is. But I expect her to be fantastic because that's just what she is. Again, arguably a first-team All-WNBA player in Paige Beckers. If not first team, second team. Paige is great. We expect Paige to do very, very well, right? We expect her to do well, right? On a season, Paige is averaging 19.1 points a game. So yeah, 27 points is not an abnormality, right? Not a shock. So for me, I was personally way more impressed with Haley Jones because I didn't expect much at all from her this season. I wasn't even sure if she's really going to even be on the team. And how she's found her footing with the Dallas Wings and how she has stepped up. I'm way more impressed with that because I didn't expect it. Whereas for Paige, we all know how elite she is. So while it's awesome, while yes, let's talk about it, I do think that that it's important to recognize others who are in a more surprising position. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does make sense. Yesterday we also saw, I didn't make a graphic for it, we also saw the Phoenix Mercury take down the Washington Mystics. Alyssa Thomas got close to another triple-double, didn't get it. But she was right there, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists for Paige, for Alyssa Thomas. Hey, maybe Paige will have a triple-double. She'll have several triple-doubles in her future, I'm sure. But anyway, AT, still, in my opinion, number 3 in that running for MVP. It is A'ja Wilson. It is Nafisa Collier. It is Alyssa Thomas. And then 4th is likely Alicia Gray. All right, so yeah. Anyway, they get the job done. I don't have a graphic for it, so nothing to really talk about on that front. But I did want to just give y'all a quick update because the Valks have secured the secured a playoff spot. We still do have that battle, that 3-way battle for the last 2 remaining playoff spots. Right now, we have the Seattle Storm in that number 7 spot, the Indiana Fever at number 8, LA Sparks at number 9. We do see the Fever play the Chicago Sky later today. They should beat the Sky, and that should help wrap things up in terms of them securing their positioning. Unless the LA Sparks basically went out on the season. Right? So, yeah. W just says, Chelsea Gray for MVP. She averages 18.9 points per game. Oh, man, that's funny. That is funny. That is very, very funny. And I saw someone ask about Anissa Morrow injury update. I haven't seen an update. Like I haven't seen. Maybe I missed it. I haven't seen anything about what's going on with her. So I'm not sure. I don't have an update for Anissa. All right. Marcus says Quita giving up on the Sky. I mean, the Sky didn't make the playoffs. I mean, I'm confused. What is there to give up on? They're the home team. I have season tickets. I'll rep them regardless. Like, yeah, they suck. They're horrible, actually. Absolutely horrible. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I am wearing my GOAT shirt from PHNX. Check out the PHNX Mercury podcast. Erica and Steven do a fantastic job on that. The Sparks do have a hard road ahead. They do. Rita says, saying the Valks has a great front office is Rita is saying that the Valks have a great front office and they're showing a whole new way to make a winning team. This should be studied and hopefully it becomes a trend. I completely agree. Executive of the Year should go to Ohima Nyan or whoever else at the Valks. They should win. They should win that for sure. Like, the way they have set up this team is crazy. Crazy. So successful. They really do need to be studied. I hope that Toronto, I hope that Portland is literally looking at everything, every little detail. I mean, Portland is, because Portland poached one of the executives from the Valks already. And so, like, I'm sure we probably gonna see some similarities with, like, how Portland rolls stuff out, which is good, which is really, really good. But anyway, that's all I got to say, guys. That's all I got to say. All right, let me go because I gotta go in the office today. So y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much for rocking with this channel. I really do appreciate it, guys. We've been doing this. We've been doing Quita in the mornings for a long time, right? With All City for just a couple months. For, like, in general, we've been doing it for a much longer time, and I really do appreciate it, guys. This is like, it just astounds me that, like, people hang out with me every morning. Like, every morning before I go to work, before I really talk to anybody, I talk to y'all. Literally, like, it's just, you know, me talking to Mr. President, telling him to get up, telling him let's go walking, right? And then I'm talking to y'all. Y'all, like, it's kind of crazy how, like, we are, like, from all the people who I just see on a daily basis. I wish one day we'll be able to do, like, some sort of, like, in-person thing or something. I know y'all are all around the country, and that's a whole thing. But, like, I really do appreciate it. It really is wild that y'all rock out with me every day. It's really cool. You know, from when we agree, from when we disagree, from when we vehemently disagree, right? It really is really cool to have this community that, like, we have created together, that we enjoy hoops, man, and we talk about it. And, like, this is like all that I've ever wanted, right? And it's really cool. It really is cool to just be able to connect with y'all in this way. But yeah, we're gonna have to do Google Meet, Zoom, or something. We're gonna have to do something because I think it'd be really, really fun to, like, actually be able to see y'all. So yeah, anyway, y'all have a good one. I do thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you for your support of the channel. Thank you so much to the mods. Thank you so much to all the channel members. Thank you so much to just y'all for being amazing. Yeah, being absolutely amazing. Sheree says, love Quita in the mornings, for real, especially when I can catch it live. Just got home from work from the fire station, so definitely had my coffee on deck. Thanks for the great updates. Shout out to Sheree, man, for serving the community with the fire department. Wow, that's a tough job, man. That's a tough job, and hey, Your community appreciates you. Like, Shamika said our mom did a great job with us. She did. And did. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Take care. Let me get on to work and let me find my outro. But if y'all could, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Playoff watch party Zoom. Ooh. You got me thinking. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, I'll ponder about that. All right, guys, I will see y'all in the next one. Until next time, bye-bye.
Are you ready?
Ready, set, go.